Oh, smooth it out. That was the yawn. That was the good part.
Oh. Okay. Oh, that's right. That's
Hi,
right. We're
sorry.
besties.
We'll have to figure out where to put the camera next week so we don't have to sit on top of each other.
It's fine.
Hi, welcome to a minute to
comfortable.
skim it.
Hi.
You remember Laura?
I'm back.
The other
Excited.
redheaded chick.
Well, it's not.
The
It's gonna be more red next week. I'm thinking I'm gonna dye it again, like super red.
I think it's pretty red. And you remember Purr, I'm sure he'll come up at some
Yeah.
point and be annoying. Alright, so we split it right down the middle this week. Went 4 and 4.
Yep.
I'm sure I've duct taped all of them just because it annoys everybody. Alright, so I've been reading this really great book from Aftershock, Purple Tale, called Second Sight. In the very first book, I don't know if you guys remember me saying that I kind of suspected that maybe the main character may also be the main bad guy, but I don't think so anymore. I think what we've kind of figured out about him, this main character, is that he kind of can go into not just that main bad guy's head, but into bad guys' heads, but only the moment of them actually doing murder. So it's really weird that that's the thing he gets to do, but he's also trying to figure out who this bad guy is, who's really, really sick. So if you want to know what kind of twisted stuff is in this, imagine like the movie Seven. Yeah, what's in the box? So yeah, if you like sick, twisted awesomeness, that's what you want to read. You want to read this really cool book.
Oh my gosh.
It's full of mystery and stuff. It's not straightforward, so you're always second guessing yourself whether you know exactly what's going on with those characters, but it's really cool. Now this is kind of the funny version of what that book is, because this book is this is the fourth book of Witchfinder General. So you remember our main character, he has been assigned to the office of Witchfinder General, which has been in existence for 200-300 years. And so his adventures have so far included finding out that imps have come into our world, which is where he gets this friend. And then, he's got the girl who likes to appear in mirrors, but in this one you find out that she's got something else going on. Kitties! So, yeah, this is a really cute look at all things witchy, witchcraft related, but not witches, because witches don't exist anymore. It's just everything else he has to deal with. So, not like rolling the floor funny, but really fun look at that world. So, and you gotta know, if I'm still into it at issue 4, it's probably worth reading. Because usually I ditch things pretty quickly when I'm tired of it. Alright, so the fourth planet. This is from a really cool comic book company called Chapter House. They're out of Canada.
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 All good things come from Canada.
Captain Canuck is their big title. But this is one that they've just put out. This is number 1, called The Fourth Planet. So this is really, really cool sci-fi. So it deals with humans who are in a ship that's super damaged, and they crash land on the planet of these other aliens. They've got their own drama going on. They've got warlords that have come back from conquering the universe and are tired and want to have some female companionship. There's characters in here that are sent to go do that. And the female companions have their own problems trying to actually go and do this. It's not really very clear whether there's law involved or if they're just going to be friendly with them or not. But so it kind of sets up this whole, like, when are these characters all going to get together, because the crash lands on their planet, but the people don't know anything about it. They kind of believe that it might be some mystic being that's showing up, super powerful mystic being, so even though they're not, they're just in that ship. But in the last pages you see something else, which is incredible! So, yeah, pick that up. Alright, now, shame on you if you haven't been following Marvel's Standoff storyline. So this is you get one more book after this, and then it's done. So I'm pretty sure you can go find the other books and catch up.
Yeah.
But as you remember, in the standoff storyline, you've got Maria Hill has taken pieces of the Tesseract that's been broken, and she uses it to create this crazy place called Pleasant Hill, in which she's imprisoned a bunch of people. It's not really a prison to them because they believe that they're part of this really idealistic. Yeah, but it's like everyone went to what's that movie where everyone was in the 50s now wears sweaters?
Oh, where it was like black and white,
Yeah.
and they could only see color.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
exactly
or
like
something
that.
like that, I don't know.
But imagine bad guys
I
there,
don't
but they
remember
don't
what
know
it's
that they're bad guys. They look like they're from that era. So the problem is that the Tesseract pieces became a little girl. The little girl is super powerful, but like a little girl. And so what has just happened, just in front of this Sam Wilson Captain America number 8, is what happens right ahead of this, is that she finds Steve. Steve's been damaged mortally, and so she heals him, but not just heals him, but makes him young again. So, yeah. So this deals with that aftermath of, now what if he has his power and he's young again, what does Sam, who's acting as Captain America, what does he do now? So it all works out just fine, don't worry. And then there's other craziness happening because we were getting to the end of the standoff part.
Oh, yeah.
So that's all I read this week.
Okay, all right. Well, it's my turn. I decided to do my books in alphabetical order. It just kind of worked out that way.
You're super overshooting.
It also, I know. Well, it also happens to be order of, okay, to, oh, hey, this is pretty good. So, we're going to start out with Black Eyed Kids. It's not black eyes as like, I've been punched in the face, but black eyes like the entire eye is black. And it's kind of creepy. Well, you can see it right there on the cover. It's kind of creepy looking. But I have no idea what's going on in this book.
Yay!
Yeah, it's really dark. The artwork looks pretty good. It's just like we have entire pages that are like this, all black and like light blues, and I can't really see what's going on. But there are these kids that show up and start killing people, and like they walk into a convenience store and shoots people, and then he sits down and smokes a cigarette and waits for the cops to show up. And then there's something going on. There's like 4 different families here, and I have no idea how they're related to each other, and they just kind of, it's number 1, so there's nothing that precedes this, and you know, they just kind of introduce characters, and it's like, hey Jim, we're gonna go camping, can you get our mail? Okay, I have no idea who Jim is or why he's in the story, but anyway, definitely more to come. So there's that. All right. Second one is Depth from Dark Horse. This is a husband and wife team. He draws and she watercolors. And you can definitely see the watercolor coming through. I'm not a huge fan of the drawing. The characters' faces are all kind of mooshed. It's just not.
It's very stylized.
It is very stylized. I just didn't really care. The main character, her face changes a lot, and sometimes her nose is huge and flat, and sometimes it's not. I don't get it. Anyway, I really like the paper on this one. It's not slippery. It's kind of like, it feels like a good quality paper. Anyway, so the whole point of the story is that I think it's a futuristic world. There's some sort of biological event going on, but we don't really know what it is, but it's not good. And there's a research facility on the bottom of the ocean floor, 7 miles below the surface. And there's a murder that happened there. Maybe? I don't know. One of the things just kind of collapsed, and they don't really know what caused it or how or why. So she is going to investigate, and you find out various things about her. And her job is to find out who the murderer is in this little underwater thing. And people don't want her to go, but she feels like she needs to go, and I don't know, it is interesting. I read the little letters department on the back, and they promise good things. It's an ongoing series. I don't think this murder is going to be solved anytime soon, but it looks like it's going to be a fun ride.
I do have to say something. Whoever made this book, we love you, but I'm pretty sure this is Department H, but every person that's picked it up so far says Depth, so just so
you know, I think it is. Department H is the facility down here. But when you look in the back here, I thought it said something about Depth. Oh no, it's Department H.
But everyone has picked it up has said Depth. It's not you. Everybody that's picked it up has said that.
Well, I didn't even make that connection.
So?
There you go. Well, it's on in the ocean, so it makes sense. They don't say why it's called Department H, so maybe they did that on purpose.
Certainly did. The
Next
writer is a
one.
smart guy.
Yes. Well, Matt Kint, I've heard his name before, so okay. Next up is Lady Death. Chaos Rules, #1. I don't know anything about Lady Death, but I was in a booth next to her at a con
Did she look cold?
Huh?
Did she look cold?
No.
She doesn't have any clothes, that's what I was asking.
You know, and I was mentioning that. She doesn't have a lot of clothes on the cover. She wears even less clothes inside the book. But
It's part of the course.
Yeah. It just I was surprised. I don't know how one could do that all. So, I really know nothing about Lady Death, which is why I picked this up, because I thought, oh, it's a #1, maybe I'll learn something. And I learned a lot. So Lady Death has been asleep for 20 years. So I'm pretty sure there have been comics written in the past 20 years. That's all gone now. It was a dream.
Okay.
I gathered from this book. It's the first, Polito picked it back up. He's the original creator of Lady Death, and he's writing her again,
Love you,
which is a
Brian.
big deal. Yeah. So, so it starts out. Yeah, you can see she's like really wearing a nothing. It's like shreds that happen to be covering in the right places. So
exactly like the 90s.
yeah. Oh yeah. It's very 90s-esque. But it's really good. I mean, the artwork is very dark, but it's very true to the genre. It was not unpleasant. The artwork, and because sometimes the 90s era stuff could
She
be.
does look beautiful, I have to say.
She really does, and I love her hair. I wish I had her hair. She looks amazing.
We need more spray.
Yeah, and it's like sometimes it's like this long, and sometimes it's this long, and I would just love to be able to do whatever with my hair. So they wake her up because there's this whole war. It kind of reminds me of Harry Potter. There's this whole war between the Hellborn, the demons that are supposed to live there, and the Earthborn, the people that are sent there to live out eternity, and they don't belong. And there's this group that's fighting to keep the Earthborn there, and there's this other group that says, no, Earthborn has to go, we need to kill them all. And Lady Death shows up, and she's got her own agenda. But she finds a friend along the way, and they become quite good friends.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, but yeah. There's that. It's I enjoyed it a lot more than I expected to. This is not my genre, but it was not bad. It was good. I liked it. It was a good place to start.
Great.
I wasn't lost. Okay. My last one, Lumberjanes. I've read the first story arc of Lumberjanes, and it was fantastic. And so that's why I wanted to pick this book, because at least I know something about what's going on in the book. Turns out I know nothing about what's going on, because all this stuff I left on issue 6, and this is issue 25. But I was not lost. I think the way they write these books, you can pick up anywhere in it and know what's going on, and it's just fantastic. But big things in this book. They have inspection. The ladies from the Grand Lodge are coming to inspect the camp and do counselor evaluations. By the way, they're coming today. And but there are other things going on. And they have a kitten problem. And there's this whole... I can't tell you what happens with the kittens. Which you know about the kittens if you've been reading the series. Because
Is it
one
the
of
Holy
them...
Kitten?
No.
Oh.
But you know what? I think the Holy Kitten is coming up, though. Just
okay,
this. I don't know if the Holy Kitten has been talked about a lot since the first series. But
I just know it exists because there's a plushie for it.
yes. But there are lots of... There was this... one of them became a god for a little while, and she created a bunch of kittens. But now she's not a god anymore, but the kittens are still there. And the kittens are becoming a problem because they're kittens.
It's like a theme today.
I know. I was like, this is just perfect. We're having cat issues, they're having cat issues,
Cat,
but
my first book.
there's not really cat... Yeah, I know.
Witchfinder's cat.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, kitties. There's one scene that made me laugh out loud, and it was hilarious, and I wish I could tell you what was going on, but I can't. It's so... Cat. Laser pointers. Cats and laser pointers.
Oh gosh, yes.
But not laser pointers, but lasers, and it's just amazing.
You should pick up Lumberjanes. Give it a chance.
Absolutely!
It's not meant for like little girl people. It's meant for everybody. It's
It
one of those
really
like
is.
Anne Bonny that everyone would like.
Yeah, well, and it's like, it's not the Girl Scouts, it's the super hardcore camp for lady types, is the name of the camp.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah,
For
badges are
hardcore lady
hilarious.
types, yeah. I don't know what the badge is.
There's an actual badge called Friendship to the Max.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I just love the camp for hardcore lady types. That's... I love it. It's perfect. And you can find yourself in all of the characters, and they're just so, they look into everything, and it's just fantastic. And the counselor, Jen, who's like, and they got these little mini stories in the back that are pretty awesome too.
Oh yeah. Cat, you got fur all on my face.
Well, that's what they do. It's in Lumberjanes.
Well, I've been Jen.
I'm Laura.
This has been Purr.
Yay.
Bye.
Bye. So you got it?
Yes. Oh goodness gracious! Look at my pants.
Yeah. It's all over.